The three universal truths of the galaxy. In this vast galaxy of ours, there are exactly three universal constants. No matter how advanced a civilization becomes, it will always need shopping malls. Those malls will inevitably require someone to clean up the chaos. That someone is usually a human, because apparently we're the only species equipped with enough spite and caffeine tolerance to handle the job. My name is Jake Murphy, and I'm living proof of all three. Maintenance Workers C, report to Biohazard Cleanup Level 3 near the Quantum Smoothie Stand. The mole's AI chirped in my earpiece for the fourth time that morning. Its artificially cheerful tone made me briefly fantasize about reprogramming it with existential dread. Copy that. Heading to level 3, I replied, pushing my hovercart loaded with cleaning supplies toward the gravity lift. Please tell me it's not another bland malt spill, I added, already bracing for the worst. Negative. Cryon juvenile regurgitated their first meal. 375. Standard protocol applies. The AI answered. I sighed in relief. Cryon's stomach contents, at least, were water-soluble, not like bland malt residue, which had the consistency of concrete and the tenacity of a tax collector. The Galactic Central Mall of Sector 7 was your quintessential hyperspace shopping center. 300 levels of retail therapy for every sentient species in the quadrant. We had everything from quantum fashion boutiques to zero-gravity food courts, and even a pet store specializing in creatures that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The shop owner claimed they made great companions, though I had yet to meet anyone who could keep track of all their heads. Navigating the morning crowd was my daily obstacle course, dodging tentacles, appendages, and the occasional plasma burst from malfunctioning shopping bags. A group of crystalline Zentan tourists floated by, refracting the mall's artificial sunlight into rainbows that could rival a pride parade. Behind them, a mechanoid couple argued about upgrading their relationship firmware while their processors sparked with frustration. "Morning, Jake," called Dex, the four-armed barista at Starbucks Universal. The usual, you know it, extra shots of everything that might kill other species but somehow just makes humans functional. Dex's upper arms started brewing, while their lower arms processed payment. Rough morning? Had to explain to a hive-mind collective that no, they can't return a shirt just because one of their trillion consciousness nodes decided orange wasn't their color anymore, Dex chuckled, handing over a drink that could probably be classified as a weapon of mass destruction on at least 40 planets. Pretty standard, then. I was about to agree when I heard it, a soft chirp, followed by what sounded like an adorable sneeze. The noise came from somewhere above the ceiling panels. 15 years of mall maintenance had taught me one vital lesson. Mysterious noises in the ventilation system were never good news. Best case, it was a lost shopper, ignoring clearly marked signs. Worst case, quantum tribble infestation. And we all remembered how that ended last time. 3 levels of the mall still phased into another dimension during peak shopping hours. But this sound was different. It was inflating, hopeful, scared. Alert, the AI interrupted my thoughts. Unregistered visitors detected approaching. Security checkpoint Delta. Species classification, Nex hunters. Threat level, moderate to high. Security protocols, engaging. I looked back up at the ceiling panel, then at my coffee, then back at the panel. The chirping came again, softer this time. "Oh no," I muttered, already knowing where this was heading. "Whatever you are up there, I'm not getting involved. I don't care how cute you sound." Another sneeze, then a pathetic little whimper. I sighed, took a long sip of my coffee, and grabbed the magnetic ladder from my hovercart. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Maintenance panels in space malls are designed to keep out everything from teenage void wraiths to escaped dimensional pets. They are not, however, designed to stop a determined human armed with a universal multi-tool and a dangerous amount of curiosity. "Hello?" I whispered into the dark shaft, my headlamp illuminating decades of dust. "Anyone up here plotting my doom?" 3 pairs of bioluminescent eyes blinked back at me, attached to what could only be described as the most illegally adorable creatures I'd ever seen. Imagine a koala crossed with a cloud, sprinkled with starlight, and given eyes so big and expressive they could disarm a galactic warlord. "Oh, you have got to be kidding me," I muttered. Varian cubs, because today wasn't complicated enough. The cubs chirped in unison, their fur shifting colours like the aurora borealis. Everyone in the galaxy knew about Varians, peaceful traders, master negotiators, and the only species whose young could weaponize cuteness. Their cubs were considered galactic treasures, protected by treaties older than some solar systems. Finding 3 of them hiding in a ventilation shaft, that was slightly problematic. "Okay, little ones," I said, trying to sound calm. "Want to tell me why you're hiding in the galaxy's most secure shopping mall?" The smallest cub floated forward and placed a tiny paw on my nose. A series of telepathic images flooded my mind: a trading caravan, shadowy figures, and an overwhelming sense of hide, quick, danger. "Right," I muttered, gently removing the paw. "Telepathic space koalas, of course. And you're in trouble." "Because why not?" My earpiece crackled. "Maintenance worker C, please report to security checkpoint Delta. Priority level, immediate." I looked at the cubs, now huddled together and projecting innocence. "Don't suppose you know anything about some Nex hunters showing up?" They suddenly found the ceiling very interesting. "Stay here," I told them. "Don't make a sound. And for the love of everything sacred, stop being so adorable. It's distracting." Their fur shimmered, their eyes grew bigger, and they added a sparkle effect for good measure. "Exactly what I'm talking about," I grumbled, climbing down. The NX hunters were already at the checkpoint. Imagine if someone blended every predatory species in the galaxy, threw in tactical gear that cost more than my yearly salary, and added chrome fangs for good measure. Their leader was arguing with the security terminal. "Permit required? We're licensed hunters," he snarled. "Mall policy requires 48-hour notice for all pursuit operations," the terminal replied serenely. "Would you like to schedule an appointment?" The leader's cybernetic eye whirred as it locked onto me. "You, maintenance drone, seen anything small, furry, and valuable?" "Sorry, sir," I said, with my best just a janitor's smile. "Haven't seen any merchandise today, just cleaning up messes. Though if you're looking for furry things, the pet store on level 47 is running a sale." Above us, a faint sneeze echoed from the ventilation system. The hunters' heads tilted upward in perfect synchronization. The leader's chrome fangs glinted as he purred. "Interesting. It's amazing how quickly things can escalate in a space mall. One moment you're trying to keep the floors clean. The next, you're racing through quantum fashion displays with 3 floating alien cubs, dodging hunters, and wondering if industrial-strength cleaning supplies can double as weapons." Somewhere, the AI played an action movie theme. I'd swear it was mocking me. "Just another day at the mall," I muttered, pulling out my emergency foam dispenser. "Let's make this interesting." "Oh,